Alright, and welcome to Cooking with the Time Tunnel. Yay! Exciting stuff, I know. Anyways, we're going to step back into my time a bit, back into basically my childhood. Our school, middle school, I know a lot of people talk about how bad their school food was, but I have nothing bad to say about our middle school and preschool lunches. They were just something else. They were made by usually moms and family members, and this is one of the things that they made up, which was an old recipe, a very old recipe that goes back to the 50s, called the Haystack. Now, usually it's a Midwestern to West Coast kind of thing. And our school had a different version of it. Everybody had a version of it. But the original version was basically Fritos. And I got the Flamin' Hot Barbecue Fritos just because I've been wanting to try these. And I knew they'd be good in something like this. But usually you had the chili cheese was all we had back then, or the regular Fritos. I got some shredded sharp cheddar and classic McCormick's. Now, McCormick's was the exact seasoning we would have had. Guaranteed. It was that or Old El Paso, I think, and Old El Paso, I think, was a little more. But McCormick's was about it. Usually, most stores, this is all you had. And I got a little sriracha sauce just for me, and some La Victoria salsa, just like you probably would have had back in the day. I got some sour cream, and I got some jalapenos. Alright, of course, brown you up some ground beef. Now I like to finish mine off in stainless steel because my cast iron pan, of course, will hang on to the flavor of taco seasoning for quite a while. Now we're using McCormick's. Now this is the classic taco seasoning you would find around here back in the day. Right around the time I would have been eating it. This or Old El Paso, I think, was about all you might be able to find. Now they got Taco Bell and all sorts of different kinds of taco spice, but Old McCormick's was the classic go-to, and probably what I consider the stronger out of all of them. To me, at least, it has a lot of, I never checked the sodium between the two or the salt levels or whatever, but it seems to pack a lot of punch. Especially what you want. So, I finish all mine always off in a stainless steel something. Alright, I would say the taco meat is just ready. Other than that, our middle school had amazing food, usually cooked by home chefs and that kind of stuff, you know, mothers and stuff. And by the time we got into school, it was all pre-cooked oven stuff, and most of us went back to sack lunches. It was kind of funny because we went all from having hot lunches all the time because they were so good. I mean, the chili and the stuff we had was actually really tasty. Topped us off with some nice ground beef, nice and hot. Now it basically is just a taco salad of a kind. The corn chips add a lot of different texture to it, I guess you could say, and flavor. They're pretty neat. I'd say I actually like this as much or more than most taco salads. And I'm going to use this Kroger sharp cheddar. It was on sale. Basically probably what the school would have been using, a lot of government cheese or something to that equivalent, or a mild even. So we're going to put just a little bit on there. A little bit's a lot for me, right? And just got some simple diced lettuce, nothing really super chopped up, milled up like you get nowadays. This is about what you would have got in school. Nice chunky chunks of lettuce. Go with some more wonderful cheese. Of course, to your taste. Dollop of Dairy Gold right on the top of it, and that's a big dollop. Jalapenos, of course. We'll try to get a little better with our placement there. All right. Should be a nice added bonus there. And of course, La Victoria. Nice, thick, chunky salsa here. I gotta have a little bit of sriracha on there. A little more cheese on that top. Yes, layers and layers of wonderfulness. That's what a haystack was. So, this is my middle school haystack, basically. Which absolutely most kids I knew did not miss out on that kind of day. I remember we were all hot lunch kind of kids. By the time we got to high school, we were all sack lunch because the food got that much worse. Sorry to say for those high school cooks. It was pretty atrocious compared to what we had. So, anyways, let's get into this. Alrighty, let's get into the haystack. Oof, look at that mess. Now this is made old school style with corn chips and sour cream, made like a taco salad basically. A little jalapeno, salsa, a little bit of everything. Let's find a little of everything. There we go. Focus in. Look at that mess. Let's get into it. Oh yeah. If you like taco salad, you'll love a haystack. It's definitely got a different texture with the corn chips. Oh, awesome. Mmm. Try it out. Got the full recipe.